this is going to be my first Mother's Day event here. Just being here is so special. When I got here, I did a phone interview with Mo. She didn't know me from the man on the moon. She didn't have to let me in here. She trusted everything I said, and she told me a story about her mother and how her mother was taken in by another woman and how her mother lived in this home and her mother passed away.
So far, this has been one of the most amazing places I've ever been in. I found myself safe and stable, which meant I could rest and concentrate on my recovery.
I love it here. Monique, she's so fun and nice. Me and my mom have always been the best of friends. In my addiction, though, I was a horrible person. My drug of choice was cocaine and speed. My mom has always been the best support system that I've ever had. I know that she will just enjoy being here, and I brought her flowers, and I'm excited for her to get her t-shirt and, you know, eat and mingle and meet everybody from here and all the wonderful mothers.
The Mother's Day event is it's something big for not only Monique, but for the women here that have children, for the women here that have mothers that are working on getting their relationships back with their mothers, their children, their sisters.
I have 3 children who were removed from my custody as a result of my mental instability, and my mother passed away. And this was all within a period of 2 or 3, well, not even 2 or 3 years, more like maybe 2 years. And I didn't know what to do.
This time is where we all come together and unify to to stand in the gap for women that are without, for women that can't have theirs right now, for women that are working towards theirs, and just for women in general.
I know being in Westcare is frustrating. I know if any of the ladies from Westcare are here, I know it's frustrating. But they are giving you an opportunity. And that's what it is, an opportunity. You don't have to worry about where you're going to sleep, what you're going to eat, what you're going to wear, hygiene products, if your baby is going to be born okay. You don't have to worry about all those things that adults have to worry about on a daily basis. You get to relieve your mind of that so that you can heal and flourish. So give yourself a chance. It could be the worst thing that ever happened to you, or it can be the best. It don't matter what I think I've done in the past or how bad down the scales I have gone, because today I live in a single life, and so single things happen. I promise you, I was the worst kind of drug addict there can be. The worst, the absolute worst. I didn't care what pain my family was experiencing. When I got pregnant with my twins in 2004, which I told y'all was the first year I got here, okay? I thought that was going to complete me, because that's all I ever really wanted from a young girl was a family. That American family that I dreamed of, that's all I wanted. But because I was so broken, that couldn't happen. And so 2 years later, I got pregnant again. Thought this time I was going to get it right. But by this time, crack cocaine had become my master. And I did what it told me to do. And I thought, slick talking, smart girl from Chicago, I'm just going to make a little money to get my house back in order. You can't play with fire and not expect to get burned. It does not happen. So if anybody had this great idea that they're going to go out and do something different, I did it. It don't work. When I got pregnant with my son, I tried everything within my power to stop. I tried. But we cannot do it alone. I thought that I had the willpower, the mental capacity to just stop. I knew what it was doing to my life, to my career, to my health, to my finances, to my unborn child. And I could not stop. So if that be you, just know that that's me too. and it's nothing that you have to be ashamed about. But now having the knowledge that you have, if you don't stop, that's where the issue lies. Because the program, again, will give you the tools that you need to rebuild, to start over. That's why I just got this phoenix tattooed on my leg. I know my family think I'm going through a midlife crisis. But it's about being reborn. It's about rebirth. Every day is an opportunity for us to be reborn. When I got pregnant with my youngest son, and mind you, throughout all of my pregnancies, I was in and out of the streets, in and out of institutions, sleeping on whoever couch would allow me, getting my next meal from wherever, wearing whatever clothes I can get my hands on, going to the doctor sporadically. And my youngest son really carried the brunt of all of that. He really did. And after the sibling before that, after seeing, he fought so hard to grow that he grew 2 thumbs on his right hand and 2 baby toes on his right foot, because he fought so hard to grow. Now, with a normal person, that would have been enough to stop, but it wasn't. It just wasn't. So I got pregnant again in my addiction. So this is child number 5. This is child number 5. And I was so delusional. I was so far in my addiction that I was hemorrhaging and still stopped to take one more. Because I thought just that one more and I was going to feel better and I was going to be able to fix all the horror that I had done. And when that son of mine was born, he was 3 pounds and 4 ounces. He was smaller than a bag of sugar. And now looking at what I had done, I couldn't live with myself. So I set off to commit suicide, and that's my truth. And I was going to take the coward's way out, and I was going to take one more and one more and one more until God just took me. And that was the great plan that I had for my life, because I couldn't bear to see what I did to him. He had bleeding on his brain. His lungs collapsed with every breath that he took. His liver was failing, his kidney was failing. But God. But God. That child is perfectly healthy today. I couldn't even stay still in the hospital long enough to see him through that. My mama had to get him from the hospital. By that time, I was in prison. Again, the thing that I thought was going to be the worst thing that could happen to me is the very thing that saved my life. Because had I not went to prison, I know I would be dead right now. I know I would. I know I would. And I was in prison, I got introduced to Alcoholics Anonymous. So see, you never know. You never know what God is trying to do for you. So don't fight against it. Don't fight against it. You get up in the morning, you thank God that, or whoever you choose to call your higher power. You clear your mind, you prepare for another day. There's a part of the readings that says, I have forgiven myself. I have forgiven myself for all the harm that I've caused to myself, to my career, to my finances. Once you get to that place of forgiveness, that's when healing begins. As long as you carry around that baggage of shame and guilt and sorrow and remorse, and I can't believe I did that, I can't move on from here. If you continue to hold on for that, you will never be free and you will never be able to truly recover. That grief will send you back to the streets faster than anything. You know, some of these women that's present today didn't have a way to celebrate Mother's Day. Didn't have people in their life because of the wreckage of their past to deem them worthy to even celebrate Mother's Day. So for Monique to see that special thing inside of all of us, I mean, that's a gift that it leaves me paused without words. If I had not had the safe haven of Toni's house, I know that I wouldn't flourish to be the woman that I am now. I wouldn't have had a clean place where I was comfortable enough to say, Mama, can you please bring my kids to come and see me? Can they come over and visit? I wouldn't have had that. I wouldn't have been able to rebuild that relationship with my mom and my children. And again, I can only give a testimony that with the recovery, all parts of your life will be recovered.
I'm so grateful to be clean and sober, and it's just working the steps and going to meetings, talking to my sponsor, and putting one foot in front of the other, and above and beyond everything, every morning and every night. I say my prayers and thank God for my blessings.
Forgot to mention that Toni's house, the women of Toni's house, wanted to give LaShonda a Mother's Day gift because she still comes through and checks on everybody. She helps us with the interns, some of the interns that we have. We want to thank the interns. We want to thank Charlotte, Miss Charlotte Walsh. Esther's in the kitchen. She just moved here from Seattle, and she's going to be the house mother at the house, and she's been a friend of mine for 27 years. So no more hanging out after girls. And LaShonda is just great. She still helps us. She still comes through. We call her our off-site manager. Now we've started our own board, and she's on our board. So we just want to say Happy Mother's Day. And you guys consider. Everybody works really hard, but we have the men's house too, so we got to thank them. Those are your servers. Every year we're going to try and do this, make it an annual event, and every year we'll have a new card, so we'll have hopefully Kyla will design another one for us next year. And she is Miss Cooks from Cooks Cookies, and those are the cookies on your table. She's been baking for days. And then after there's music, you can eat some more and drink and just hang out and just have fun, and welcome to our home.
Thank you.